What's up, guys? This is new dub 2012. Today I'm going to show you how to be creative with your hip hop beats. Nowadays, everybody just wants to make the same old, trap like this. It's totally uninspired. It's been done time and time again, and I'm getting quite sick and tired of it, to be honest. So, in order to make change happen, I have to teach y'all how to do this stuff. So, let's start up a new project. Okay, first I'm going to show you the example of how I make a good bass sound like this. It's this plugin I have called BassMaster, or it used to be called Subfucker back when I was on the audio forums, but I don't go on there anymore because they're a bunch of idiots. So I re-released it as BassMaster. I don't have it in here, but it's a separate program. It's not a VST. You make the bass beforehand, and then you import it into FL Studio as a WAV. So that's what that sounds like. Like, I can just isolate that. Yeah. Really, really clean bass lines. Okay, so let's go with a new project. So I want to make something kind of like mid-2000s sound and go from there. So basically what you don't want to do is use the default sample packs, because the default sample packs are, quite frankly, shit. They're not very good for anybody. Like listen to this garbage. You can barely use those. They're all... Anyways. So, I have samples. I like this one. It's called Vocal House, but there's a lot of good hip-hop samples in there, which you'll find out. Okay, so we got kick drums here. I like that one. Let's see. Snare. I always go kick drum, snare, hi-hat, open hat, cymbals, toms, usually. I like that one. We'll layer that with another one. How about that? Huh. Well, there's my first problem. You gotta set your tempo correctly. So, let's go with 92. That's a pretty decent. Alright, there we go. We're getting there. Let's get some hi-hats in there. Sometimes I just like to do this. It just helps me hear all the sounds at once. Okay. Okay. What are these? Oh, we can't use those. Those are dance samples. What's that? The word can't? I'm going to teach you guys today that you can use any sample you want. Any sample you want. Doesn't matter if it's for dubstep, if it's for dance, if it's for dubstep, if it's for jazz, if it's for dubstep. It doesn't matter. You can use any sample as long as you know how to properly equalize it. That's pretty much what it comes down to. So, let's go with go with that. And don't be afraid to mess with your stereo. So let's tweak some of these things. Gives it a wider sound. Okay. What else we have in here? Any of these you could use, really. Let's slow that one down. That'll sound cool if it's slowed down. Okay. We need another kick in there. Let's go with that one. And a shortcut, hold Alt and push up, and you can move the entire sampler channel. And see, when it's red up here, you'll see, now, you know, mastering engineers, they'll call that clipping, but in the digital realm, clipping has no significance. It just doesn't happen in digital audio. Clipping is something that happens in analog audio, and it's a very gradual, you know, as you reach the top level domain for the audio source, you'll start to hear crackling. That's clipping. But there's no clipping in digital. It doesn't happen. Digital knows how to take care of it. So if the mastering engineer says, "Is this clipping?" you can say, "No, I did it digitally, so it doesn't clip," or just not tell him at all. He was not going to know the difference. All right, let's get a melody in there. Now we're going to make the melody span 8 bars, because you don't want to have a melody like this. Okay, you could, but that's not what I like to do. Like, now that's going to repeat over and over again. It's going to get boring pretty quickly. I mean, make sure they're all in scale. Yeah, it's not going to cut it. A little shortcut, by the way. You're going to want to right click up here, and you can actually select your scale that you want to play in. Now, that's really useful. I can go minor pentatonic. And you're always in scale. You don't have to worry. So, let's go and make this melody now. So, 8 bars, new pattern. I'll place the empty pattern and extend it all the way to the end of the playlist so that I can just hit record and go. Change it to song mode, of course, or else it'll get screwed up. Let's play that again. Okay, so we got a beat going, we got a melody. Now let's introduce a bass line. Bass line, like I said, I have my plugin. It's in the description, by the way. I'll post a link to it. It's $250. It's not a VST. It's a totally separate standalone program. I didn't really want to, I don't like programming in VST. It's really unintuitive, and it's just so much easier if I can code in JavaScript. So, but as a good alternative, we will use BooBass. It's a pretty good bassline synth. How about I'll just copy this pattern, paste it in. Now what I'll do is, I'll look at the first note of each bar and just play it for the whole period. That way I know everything's going to be in tune. Almost done. Okay. Let's try that out. So you can't really hear that, can you? So what we're gonna do, let's open up the mixer. I haven't routed any of these tracks to the mixer yet. I haven't even thought about that. That's sort of something you think about after the fact, after you've created everything. So I'm going to highlight all these, right click the first one, link selected channels to this track. Now they're all lined up. Oh, my mistake. Right click, link selected channels, starting from this track. Okay, there we go. Now we can see. So we can see that the BooBass is kind of hard to hear, so let's use some blood overdrive. Slow it down a little bit. Alright, that's not bad. So, now what I like to do is I like to take female vocals and, Kanye West, he does that thing where he pitches them up and they sound like, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to make it pitch down so that it sounds, slow and calm and flowing. Let's go ahead and do that.
Be there, calling Dr. Love. Alright, alright.
I kind of like that one, so
Alright.
let's drag that one. Okay, now let's pitch it down 12 semitones. Let's see how that sounds. Okay, so what we're gonna do is select our parametric AQ, and we're going to get rid of the top end. Oops. So you can kind of see it. There's this little purple fringe there that we really don't need. So let's get rid of that. And we can boost what's there. Now, see, now it's sort of mathematical. Once you've taken out this space, you can, displace the rest of it. So I can go like this. Sorry, I keep hitting the play button. I keep thinking I'm gonna play the sample. So, let's put that in the song. Let's put it right at the end. Oop, my mistake. New pattern. Actually, we could just do this. Just drag it right in. Now, let's see. I see there's a mistake there. It didn't properly, when I dragged it over, it didn't actually use my audio clip, it created a new clip. So we're going to pitch that one down. Now you can see it fits. So let's start at the 8th bar. That kind of fits. So now we got a melody, we got a beat. Now this is where the creative part comes in. What you want to do is take one of these, make it unique, and then edit it. So I can go see how it just adds a little variety. Here it comes. Okay. So I think we're ready to start mixing. Well, here's the thing. With mixing, you don't have to mix if you don't need to. If everything sounds good, you don't need to change anything. Why would you break something that's not broken? So what we're going to do is listen for 10 seconds. That's really all you need to know if it's mixed well. And then we'll go from there. That's pretty good. I mean, I can hear the kick, I can hear the snare, I can hear the little I mean, I think we're good. Let's just go straight to mastering. So we're going to go to our master channel. First, we want to select the filter. It's a recommended practice to get rid of the very low end. Like, no one can hear below 80, 90 hertz. No human can hear below that, so you really don't need that. There is really no need. And this is your resonance. So it's your Q is like this thing. That's basically what your Q is. And a middle, and then a little bit of that too. So let's make it like this. A bit too much. Okay. So now we'll do an EQ, sorry, AQ. The thing with AQ is making a 3 dB or 6 dB difference. No one's gonna notice. So what you want to do is make it like 8 or 10. So you can really hear that. That versus that, you can really tell the difference. Like this. But you can't tell the difference. So I'm gonna see where this 4 will fit. Kinda like that. Now, the trick is, with EQ, you don't want to actually add. You only want to subtract. So, I've added here, but what I'm going to do is going to bring this down so that the highest peak is at 0. That way I'm not bringing up any noise, I'm simply reducing the stuff I don't want. See, it's like a negative positive thing. See? So, now, if you want to really bring the levels up without distorting the signal or compressing it, there's this great tool that FL Studio has called Blood Overdrive. Don't exactly know who made it, but whoever did made it is a genius in audio engineering. So you have to this is basically the on-off switch, and they call it times 100, sort of like a tongue-in-cheek joke. So let's turn the preamp up. Oh, sorry about that. My mouse got all glitchy for a second. Sorry about that. My mouse got all glitchy for a second. So I'm gonna reset it to like 2. Okay. Now on the end of the master channel, you want to put a limiter so that you prevent clipping from happening. So you just leave it at default. Don't touch it. You don't need to touch it. It's only, see, it's in brackets. It says master. Only the master engineer is supposed to touch that. Nobody else. So, alright, let's listen to our track. Alright, so there's one more thing we could add. Normally you don't mess with anything after you've mastered it already. That would be totally stupid. But for the sake of creativity, we're going to introduce some Rhodes samples in here. Now, this method of recording that I like to do, you load up Edison. It's just a recording VST or tool. You set it to record on input. You hit record, and you just start playing, and it's going to record everything. So what I'm going to do is make a melody with my mouse clicks. So now I can bring that in. I can just use this little button right here. Whatever's selected gets transferred in. And then I can just go. Simple as that. So I hope you enjoyed my video. Please subscribe. Again, my tool is in the description below. BassMaster. $250 purchase, one-time fee. No hidden fees or costs. Totally legal. So no piracy involved. In fact, I have a anti-piracy mechanism. It's made by Cisco. So yeah, good luck, pirates. Alright. Alright, have a good day, guys.